The many moments that I see when it comes to my technology. I'm doing some wiring my lights in the other room. This is the 15. This is what we call the Epic Blue. We changed it over to Epic Blue. And as I told you before, that the 15s have interesting capabilities. And this is something I get to see when my screens are downstairs running all day. So this projector usually on Saturday and Sunday stays on running all day. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We are the makers of the exotic ambient light projection 15s, the ambient light projection 12s, and the 17s. So I told you the blues have interesting capabilities. One of the capabilities of a blue is it can take in a great deal of light. This is how much light my screens are hit with all day. From early in the morning to when the sun starts pushing through the window, as I said, it makes contact with the screen. And when I told you that, when you see, when I watch demonstrations of other screens buried in dark little corners, showing off very little light, this is what my screens go through every day. Direct sunlight from the window hitting right across the screen. And as you can see, from corner to corner, nothing's washed out, nothing's faded, getting a solid blue image of fish. Usually if someone does this demonstration, the screen automatically washes out around the corners, and you can only see the center of the screen. So you can see right there, direct sunlight passing through the screen. And like I said, no expensive $4,000, $3,000 projector. This is a projector I got off of eBay for $59. That's it. I told you, at the end of the day, it comes down to the projection screen. You can spend $3,000, you can spend $4,000 for a projector. Doesn't make a difference. If you don't have the proper screen, you can't see what that projector can do. So chances are you're only getting like 50% of your projector. But I thought I'd share this with you. Coming down the stairs and doing some work in the other room, because I just got my new Starlight projector for the ceiling in there. And as I'm walking past and watching the sunlight grace my screen, I'm thinking, oh, I got to show them this. They got to see this. And this is what I see every day. So when I see demonstrations of people doing fake ambient light projection environments, and they're showing you a screen with LED lights behind the back of the push-off light to make the environment look bright, and that entire environment is dark to begin with, I can come down here in the middle of the day, watch the sunlight peek through my window, grace my screen, and still produce a beautiful image. There you go. See as it pushes through? Something they can't do. That's the difference between true ambient light rejection technology, hard work, and faith in God, and somebody does things halfway and cuts corners. I should make this another challenge for you. I told you that every demonstration I do, you're going to have to match it. So here's another one on your plate. Match this one too. Something I do on a normal day is a challenge for everybody else. So now you're going to have to display your screen out of that dark corner and bring it a little closer up and have some sunlight grace your screen, because I just did it a few minutes ago as we're watching it right now. So if you want to follow behind me and say you're the same as me, you're going to have to do every demonstration that I do. You see how impossible this is becoming for you? See how hard this is coming for you? This is what I have to do every day when I get up. This is the work and time I got to put in to make my product good. It's a passion I got to put into my work. The faith in my Lord I got to put in my work. And now you're going to find out exactly how hard it is, what it is to travel on my level. Because now you're going to have to match every demonstration I do to a T. Like I said, he wants to jump on YouTube and he wants to make screen paint and say, hey, we can make his product. Well, we gave you permission to make the exotics. Permission to do it. You haven't made one of them yet. You know why? Because you can't process that technology in 20 minutes as we did. You can't follow the same duplication of test demonstrations. And if you can't follow the demonstrations that follow behind that technology, you couldn't follow anything behind the 12 or the 9 or the 8 or anything else you've been faking. You got to do more to make the product. You got to pass all the tests. But I guarantee you, as I said before, you don't do the challenges, when your product gets here, we'll paint a screen up, I'll stick it in my window, and I'll display the same image and see what happens. There's another one for you. Direct hit from sunlight. And that's him or anybody else or any bigger company. If you dare to throw your hat in the ring, yeah, we'll challenge you. Not a problem. Well, I'll let you check that out. I got some work in here to do. I got a new projector today. Today. This is what I purchased today, so we'll get a chance to see this baby get fired off. It's another star projector, which I'm curious to see. If it works out well, I'm going to find me another one. I want 2 in that room. I don't think one's going to be enough. Yeah, I'll show you the... Show you right up close. And this is the blue technology that you made fun of. Well, now you're gonna have to match a bad boy. Tell you, God gives you a blessing, He gives you a blessing. There's no flaws in it. There's technology that these screens can do that when I walk downstairs, like, wow, I should post that. But sometimes I'm so tired, I'm like, no, I'll just do it tomorrow. But then again, the moment's gone. And I just happen to come downstairs and see that sun hitting the screen. I say, you know what? This would be nice, something for them to see. But I just don't understand how he constantly puts himself on our level when my environments, even alone with the lights out, my screen still generates more light, can take in more light than your screens. I don't know. People are crazy. I don't know. I got worse to do. Ooh, I'm dizzy. I'm really dizzy. Ooh, on that one. All right, so we got this one all running. I'll do this one tomorrow. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to think I'm tired. So what do we got running from here to here? I think I need a cord for that one. There's no way around front reach. It's not gonna reach. We have this one. Maybe you can see here. We have this one here. Read all these sections that solar. Yeah, solar this place up. Throw up. I'll finish this tomorrow. I'm tired. You don't know how to do the demonstration. Accept that plate. Opening up that door to make it look like his screens are ambient light rejection. We know darn well they're not. He's got to pass this one next. He got another one to do. So that means every time I do a demonstration, you got to match it. Let's see what this projector can do. Set this up in the room. I'm gonna play with it while laying down. I don't care if he's on the run. I'll get used to taking that stuff together. Right, these babies up, get them ready. I'll do when I come back downstairs. I'll get the lights on, get the LED lights for those, fire up. That's for the here. You see the difference between my lights on and yours? I don't have that dark shade around my light blocking all the light. So now you're gonna have to do that one too. So now you're going to show one with sunlight passing your screen, nice deep blue ocean, no fading, no tanning around the screen from corner to corner to corner. And then you're gonna show light. So I would suggest you basically drop a couple of 60s into that light you got over top your ceiling and pull that lampshade off of it because you're blocking too much light. So it's supposed to be well illuminated in the area. The area's too dark. If you're casting shadows, your area's too dark. Look, still got light coming from the window right there. You have everything? We're good. Good. I thank you for the likes, though, but you have to understand, I disable my likes. I do. I really do. But thank you so much anyway. I'm going to go back into my junky environment, which I was in a few days ago. Right now, we're here in a junky environment. Just doing this real fast to show you something. See how much light hits my screen? Get my lights on in here too, because Starfield demonstration YouTube. Starfield demonstration YouTube. There we go. We don't want that on there. There you go again. Just to show you. Come right back in here. Throw my screen on. Now we're in the afternoon. We started this demonstration at around 5 o'clock. We started displaying our screen at 5. Then we went into 12. And now we're actually in the evening hours. And I'm showing you my screen. This is what I see all day. So as I said before, any demonstration I do, you got to match it. You might have to reposition your screen or get some more light in there or something. Because your area is too dark. See, people want to sit there and say, well, they're not ambient light projection technology. They want to keep telling you that. But it's a way for them to say that. So if their screens flaw on you, they can say, well, I never said it was ambient light projection. But you make people think it is by opening up doors and doing these demonstrations trying to compete with us. But you want to tell them it's not. And by doing that, that means if you watch one of our demonstrations and you're expecting for that gray screen paint to pick up contrast or do what we're doing over here and it's not doing it, you go back and complain to him, he's going to say, well, it's not ambient light rejection. I never said it was. There you go. There's his loophole. And you really can't do anything about it because he did say it. Now what I said you should request him for from him is you want to see contrast. We have to show off white levels when it comes to black screens. So if we have to do that, then they should be able to do it when it comes to their screens. Let's show the contrast demonstration. White 4K snowstorm. I've done this more times than I could possibly count. As you can see, I have no problem showing white levels off on a black screen. It's not a problem for us to do. It's easy. This campaign is that black screens don't produce white levels. Our screens do. My campaign for you is the fact that you can't follow none of our demonstrations. You haven't done the challenges when we told you to make the product, which means you can't make our product to begin with. Even if you try, you can't understand it. We know that already. Didn't do any of the exotics as we asked. You can't pull contrast level because that's something you refuse to show in any of your demonstrations. Even when a customer came up to buy from you, you falsified the demonstration, showing him nothing at all. That's all you did. Windows were blocked. You use what I like to do, what professional screens like to do is they put a white light behind the back of the screen, giving the illusion that you're pushing off light in the environment when you're technically not. So if he were to stick that screen paint in my environment, well, as to a Starfield demonstration, it's not going to do too well. But since you skip all these tests that you're supposed to be doing, and you are selling a product to the consumer, then we feel the need to review your product, which means we feel the need to put your product through all the testing that my screens have to go through. How does it stack up against certain projectors? How does it stack up against high performance sample sheets? How close does the white levels come, or the screen come close to the Elite 3500 white screen we have sitting in the back? Now, like I said, if you took it outside, then guess what? You have to take your screen outside and do the demonstrations out there too. And one of the things I'm going to test on your screen is contrast levels. You're definitely going to test contrast levels on that screen because that's the one thing you avoid. How do you have a projector that has a what? I got to look this up. I noticed it's $1 million something. It's something crazy for the P2. I gotta look that up. What is the contrast on that thing? Let's see. Let's have a look at this. See that demonstration right there I'm doing? All my demonstrations are done with the lights on. This is the screen paint we made in 20 minutes. It was plum brown. Yeah, plum brown. That's a purple paint right there you're watching. 20 minutes. The reason why he's not going to make any more of our screen paint products because we gave him permission to make the exotics. And exotics, I said before, it's a very hard paint to understand. Number one, it's not as easy as going in and saying, hey, look, I'm going to get purple. No, the exotics are made by putting other different colors to make purple. So it's a different shade of purple. You figure out how to achieve that one, then you're going to have to basically display it live, and you have to do a 3-screen certify, and that's going to have to be a color display, which the blue, greens, and reds, which you watch me do. Then you got to run all the other tests we do live. Long throw, short throw, all the projector swap outs we do. You got to do all those tests. And he can't do that because he doesn't do those tests for his own product. So how is he expecting to? We can't expect him to do those tests because the bottom line at the end of the day, he can't do them for his own test. So any product you claim yourself making, unless it can be followed up by every single test demonstration we perform on that product, you have made nothing at all. Because you can't back up the test. Therefore, you have a fake, a clone, and a counterfeit. That's what you have. You don't have the real deal. It would have to match. So that effort is gone. So I told you it's not going to do that. And not only are you going to have to make the exotics, there's 12 of them. So you have to make all 12. You can't do it. So that pretty much debunks your theory of I can make this product when you can't. Now, you're going to have to match our demonstrations. Let's look at this Optima P1. Let's see, it's an Optima, right? Let me make sure I get this right. Optima. I'm curious to see what the heck is the contrast on this machine. Optima. It's a P2, right? It's a P2. That's what it is, right? Let's go have a look at this projector. Let's see, Optima P2. Looking at the projector. Can I get a specifications on this projector? Here we go. Specifications on your projector. 3000 contrast capabilities. I'm gonna have to dig this up. I'm gonna have to give it up here. Color wheel. This thing is pretty powerful. Way more powerful than my projector I got on that floor. Okay, it's got to be a million or something, because I know the P1 is around that one. All right, let's dig this up separately. Let's go over to see if they'll dig it up here. I don't know why they won't display it. That's weird. Optima. Okay, Optima. Oops. I'm sorry, people. P2. Okay, P2. P2 contrast. Contrast. You gotta be freaking kidding me. That's your freaking contrast on that projector? Are you serious? That is your contrast on your projector? And you don't display contrast levels, no black levels, no star field demonstrations, no OLED demonstrations. You don't do any of those demonstrations in fully lit environments. My projector has a 2000-to-1 contrast. That's it. The one I have downstairs has a 10,000-to-1. I have in the other room is a 10,000-to-1. The other one has a 15,000-to-1. And that is your contrast rating, and you're afraid to display a contrast level? Yeah, that tells you right there. And I proved my point when I said there's no point in going out and spending money for an expensive projector if you don't have the proper screen to be able to produce what that projector can do. He has all that power under him for contrast, and he can't produce a proper star field demonstration because his screen paint is so light it can't pick up contrast. Waste of money. Definitely waste of money. It is. I'm going to zoom up so I can show you this thing. That's how powerful his contrast level is on that P2. And mind you, in the demonstration with the customer, he had his windows blocked so no light can push through. You just had the door, and the back of your area was dark, and you only displayed high bright images. No contrast, nothing at all whatsoever. Not on the level we do things over here. You didn't do any of that. And if he does a contrast demonstration, it'll be in the dark when he does it. He will never do that demonstration I just did, but I pulled those curtains open. You watch that sun hitting the side of that screen. Let me check my projector real quick. Let me see what my projector's contrast rating is compared to this one. It's got, I can have NEC, right? NEC in the other room. NEC. Got NEC, let me see if I can remember the title of that projector. I get the name of the projector. I think it's a P something. Let me see what my contrast is on that thing. Might make sure I'm 100% right on this. Mine is the UM351W. All right, so we got UM351W. 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 See if we can dig mine up. Let me see. If we got to go on specifications, this is mine right here. There's my projector right there. See? Where's my contrast ratio, my projector? 4,000. Mine's 4,000 to 1. 4,000 to 1 compared to yours. And my screen's sitting in that next room pulling up a black Starfield demonstration, something that you can never do, not even with that projector, due to the fact that your screen is lacking. That's a perfect example when I sit there and tell people that there's no point in buying an expensive projector or any kind of projector if your screen can't give you what you're supposed to see from your projector. He can't pull contrast from that projector. As powerful it is, you can't pull it. And yet my projector in here, which is an old model projector we have in here, my old projector in here, only has a 4,000 to 1 contrast right there. And I'm pulling up a black Starfield. You know why? Because of technology. Again, we said we've done these demonstrations on our different color screens that can pull up contrast levels. We've done these demonstrations on the black, silvers, or gray that can pull a contrast level. It comes down at the end of the day, it comes down to your projector. That's what it comes down to. So all that money spent for that projector due to the fact that it can't pull contrast level. That's why you avoid the demonstrations we give them, because you can't pull it. Wow, whew, man, that's a huge waste of money. Yet I can show you white levels with no problem. Wow, that's a lot of money for something you can never use. Oh well. Think about it. If people bought that projector strictly on the capable of the contrast, we'll never get a chance to use it. You can't see it. Oh, yeah. Demonstration. You can't see it. So instead of my customers going out and spending $4,000 for a projector and using a screen paint that will never let them be able to see the performance of their projector, wow, that's, I guess I can get over that. I didn't think that contrast was that high. See, there you go. Like I said, it proves my theory right there when I tell you. Shoot, even on the blue screen downstairs, he couldn't pull that off. Sunlight greasing the side of that screen, he couldn't do that. All that power. And that projector I got downstairs, same projector I got up here, 4,000 to 1. Except for the one I have up here, I paid $180 for, and the one downstairs I paid about $59 for. So $59 projector downstairs can do something that his $3,000 or $4,000 projector can't do. All that power, and he's stuck in that dark little corner because his screen is keeping him there. His projector's imprisoned by his screen. That's what it comes down to. It really wouldn't make a difference if you had 2 million or whatever of contrast. The screen's black. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference if your projector has no contrast. The screen's black. It doesn't make a difference if your screen has a 200 to 1 contrast. The screen's black. It doesn't make a difference at all. You couldn't pull that. So like I said, any demonstration you see me in here doing right now, you're going to have to get up, open up those windows, and do these demonstrations. Let's see if that 2 million to 1 projector that you got over there contrast when you have on that projector can pull that star field demonstration. Because if you sure enough did that demonstration and you put those blinds down and that area was that dark, then automatically know from the door that thing's going to struggle. I think next time around, I should buy one. And show you how that projector is supposed to look. Because if your contrast is not picking up on that projector, I definitely know your color levels are bad. But we'll find out anyway when we get it over here. When we get your product over here. We got a couple more days to go. I've been tracking my package. Nope, that's license wear. I'm not going near that. Doesn't make a difference. Anything on the truck on black screens. Ooh. Apple screensavers. I like the screensavers. This one particularly I like. This you can't pull off. See that background's all jet black? You have to put that jet black background. And those colors have to maintain nice and bright in the middle. And since the sun is now going down, and it's not much of a demonstration for me anymore because there's no window light coming in, tomorrow when I get up and that sun's peeking through again, I'm going to repeat this demonstration again because I want to see this with this room filled with light. Right now it's too dark in here. It's not enough light in here. It's too dark. So we're going to fill this room with some nice sunlight in here, get it nice and bright, and we're going to do this demonstration right here. Like I said, at the end of the day, it should be a breeze. Your projector is 10 times more advanced than mine. I've just got this old YouTube, but it's actually NEC Ultra Short Throw projector that's used. Only 180 bucks. That's all I'm using. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. 720p. Not even 1080p, not even 4K, not even laser. Just a simple old projector. That's all I'm using. I'll set you right there so you can watch it from this angle if you want. I'll grab something real quick. All right, move you back over here. So that's the reason why in my house, all my projectors are 720p. But I spend all the money for a projector when the screens do all the work. The whole purpose. Screens do all the work. All I gotta do is just sit back and watch. All right, well, that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'm going to watch me some TV with the lights on. Probably set up my Starfield demonstration in my projector. Tomorrow I'll show up the projector. Right now I just want to get some rest. I just thought I'd share that with you coming down the stairs and seeing that sunlight hit the side of that screen. Just wanted you to see what that looks like. That's what I see every day. There's no rehearsed scripts or adjusting or equalizing my lights. Either my lights are on or they're off. This one way or another. There's light coming through the window, there's not light coming through the window. No black curtains, none of that nonsense. At the end of the day, you don't want to spend money for an expensive projector that you're really never ever going to use the right way. Don't want to be trapped in the dark. And like I said, if the screen's not doing what it's supposed to do, you're not getting what you think you're getting from your projector. And this is why you can't match any of our demonstrations. This is why you can't make our products when we gave him permission to do so. And like I said, if he's not going to do the demonstrations that we're doing, if he's not going to give a proper customer demonstration as he should be doing, then we'll get the product down here and we'll do the test and show you exactly what you're buying. All right, with that being said, thank you for your time. I have to go, and God bless.